I don't understand how people can forcefully be converted from one religion to another. Invaders can destroy temples, but how can they decide whom people worship? Okay, yeah. Once the invaders are gone, people will again switch their religion. Please explain. Yeah, that's an interesting phenomenon you're referring to. Okay, let's take one of the examples. Okay, the occupation of Goa by the Portuguese. So let's once again go to the map. As we know, the Portuguese ruled Goa. They occupied Goa for quite some time until the 1960s or something, when we threw them out eventually. So when they took over this region, the Portuguese were the most brutal of the Christian invaders and occupiers of India. European Christian occupiers of India, the most brutal. So this fellow Xavier, okay, who was considered a saint today, he ordered an inquisition in Goa. So when the Portuguese took possession of this region, they destroyed all the Hindu temples, and lots of people had to take the vigrahas and the shivlings, etc., and go down south and escape with those things. And all of those temples are either in ruins or they've been replaced by churches. And then they forcibly converted the people who lived in these regions, and those who secretly practiced Hinduism despite being officially converted, they were executed, they were tortured, they were burned alive. There was an inquisition and all kinds of horrific, cruel atrocities. So people initially resisted. They tried to secretly practice Hinduism, their ancestral faith, but they were brutally suppressed, repressed, and all kinds of horrific atrocities were done. There was this pillar somewhere in Goa where hundreds of hands would chopped off hands would be displayed, the hands of those who were practicing Hinduism in secret. So through this relentless brutality, the Portuguese were able to convert the majority of the people of Goa to Christianity by complete forcefully. Okay, but if you go to Goa today, the people, many people in Goa are more Portuguese than the Portuguese today. Okay, that's how it happens. So you convert them, and then you teach them the language and the customs, and then your education system is also religious in nature, which means that the children are indoctrinated in this religion and this belief from their very first days, from the days when they can first start speaking. And then this brainwashing continues generation after generation, and after a few generations they are more Portuguese than the Portuguese, despite what was done to their ancestors. That's just one example. There are other religions also that do this. So that's how it happens. So you capture the education system, you capture the religious system, you capture all the books. Okay, you gain complete control over the entire narrative, and then you can make people believe whatever they want, or whatever you want. And I know for a fact that most of these descendants of these people in Goa, they know what happened to their ancestors, but they're okay with it, which is, I don't know what sort of inferiority complex that is, but it is what it is. Indians are famous for their inferiority complex.